Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News Midday starts now.
And good morning. Thanks for tuning in to 23 ABC News at 11 a.m. I'm Mike Hart.
And I'm Danielle Kernkamp. Another big turnout expected for day 2 of the World Ag Expo in Tulare, with more than 100,000 people expected to make the trip during the 3-day event. 23
ABC's Austin Westfall reports from the International Agri-Center in Tulare.
Right behind me is a compact track loader. It's one of many new technologies that's being shown off here at World Ag Expo 2020. As you can see, it's getting pretty good traction here. It's picking up dirt. It's got those 2 tracks on the side of it. It's picking up large amounts of dirt. It's picking it up in one pile, putting it in another. Obviously, it's got a big shovel attached to it right now, but employees here at New Holland, that's the company that makes this new device, they say that you can attach a forklift to it, you can attach all kinds of different things to it, and do all kinds of different jobs with it. On the side of the tractor, you can see there's a 337. They say that that stands for the fact that it is recommended to operate by carrying about 3,700 pounds. You might be able to carry a little bit more than that, but that's the operating weight that they recommend. Again, this is a brand new tractor by New Holland. It's one of many new technologies here at World Ag Expo 2020. We've seen some autonomous vehicles, we've seen new technologies that deal in conserving energy, and obviously we're seeing this nice shiny new tractor by New Holland right now. For now, in Tulare, Austin Westfall, 23 ABC, connecting you.
One of so many things out there.
There's so much going on, and it's such a nice day to get up there too. People got really lucky this year.
They really did. Beautiful weather out there, and I just love that they were like, hey, we need a big patch of dirt to show off our new toy. That's just awesome. So if you are headed that way, you see all of Central California dealing with warmer than average weather. Plenty of sunshine. We're up to those 60s here on the valley floor right now. That feels great in the sunshine, but like you saw, Austin's in the shade, still has his jacket on. 42 the top of Breckenridge, some 40s down into Cal City and Edwards, but already 55 in Tehachapi. We're going to get up to 58 there later. 70 expected briefly here in the heart of the valley. Again, that feels fantastic in the sunshine. So if you are headed up to the World Ag Expo, 68 there in Tulare today, about the same tomorrow. Sunny skies through the end of the week, and then a couple little changes coming our way this weekend. I'll show you that coming up.
The 2020 presidential race marches on. Senator Bernie Sanders narrowly wins the New Hampshire primary, narrowly defeating Mayor Pete Buttigieg.
Each campaign now hoping to carry that momentum into South Carolina, while other candidates are hoping for a reset. Here's ABC's Trevor Ault.
Following Senator Bernie Sanders' New Hampshire victory, he and all the remaining candidates are already looking forward.
It's on to win the Democratic nomination.
Sanders has won the popular vote in the first 2 states, and he's now announcing a major staffing upgrade in the 3rd, Nevada. Mayor Pete Buttigieg has as well. He finished just behind Sanders in New Hampshire and has a slight edge in the delegate count.
Every candidate has been here in New Hampshire and in Iowa campaigning in order to show, not just tell, our capability to have a good finish at the polls.
The 2 frontrunners now being chased by the surging Senator Amy Klobuchar. She's surprised with a 3rd-place New Hampshire finish, and she's seen a recent windfall of donations.
We have beaten the odds every step of the way.
Taking a tumble, Senator Elizabeth Warren not capitalizing on her state next-door advantage, and former Vice President Joe Biden, who in spite of a 5th-place finish, is insisting
it ain't over, man. We're just getting started.
Most campaigns are now powering through to the Nevada caucuses and the South Carolina primary beyond it, but these New Hampshire results were the final straw for 2 campaigns, Senator Michael Bennet and Andrew Yang both dropping out. Trevor Ault, ABC News, Manchester, New Hampshire.
And we're just a few weeks away from the California primary on Super Tuesday, and in Kern County, residents will vote on 2 measures connected to the cannabis industry. Backers of Measures D and E spoke Tuesday about its impact on the community. Measure D looks at the regulation and taxation of medical marijuana dispensaries. A yes vote supports authorizing medical marijuana dispensaries to operate without a conditional use permit in the county. It also imposes a 3.75% business tax per every $1,000 of gross income. Measure E would authorize medical marijuana dispensaries to operate with a conditional use permit in the county and would impose a 3.5% special business tax for every $1,000 of gross income.
And stay connected to 23 ABC. Will provide information to help you make an informed choice on Super Tuesday. California primary is March 3rd. We'll have all the information you need when it comes to the candidates, propositions, and the measures right there on our website, turn23.com.
The Arvin Police Department has released its annual police report at their city council meeting last night, detailing which crimes have been on the rise and which ones are decreasing.
In 2019, officials say they saw an increase in things like property crimes, violent crimes, and simple assault, as the police chief in Arvin talked about how to implement change this year. 23
ABC's Imani Stevens has a breakdown.
We saw a decrease in homicides, we saw a decrease in rapes, we saw a decrease also in the aggravated assaults.
Chief Scott Kimball says there are positives in the annual police report for the Arvin Police Department. In 2017, violent crime spiked, with 229 reported. Since then, the numbers have gone down, and in 2019, there were 201. But while violent crime was less last year compared to 2017, it's higher than 2018, and it's not the only type of crime on the rise.
However, some of the other categories did increase, such as property crimes, for example, or the simple assaults, so that affects the overall numbers.
The report shows property crime had the most increase, followed by violent crimes and simple assault, such as an individual pushing or slapping someone. They're trying to bring that number down by reminding people to never leave items in your car visibly out or leaving your car or home door unlocked.
Those folks committing a lot of property crimes are looking for crimes of opportunities.
An opportunity that appears to be on the rise. According to the report, in 2018, there were 319 reported property crimes. And in the following year, 2019, a total of 453 property crimes. And the chief says the department is looking to hire more officers to combat the rise in crime.
And I believe we can find those officers and hire them and get them trained so we can not only strengthen our patrol force, but then we can branch off into some specialty divisions such as traffic enforcement and canine and detectives.
This year, the chief says they hope to hire 4 to 5 additional police officers, but they want the community's help too. Officials say people should report crimes and, if necessary, utilize the anonymous tip line.
If they share the information about what's going on out there in their community, that helps us to better do our job and be able to give them the quality of life issues that they're all concerned about.
I'm Imani Stevens for 23 ABC Connecting You.
And Chief Kimball also said the department will continue to host their town hall meetings and work to establish neighborhood watch. And they are currently testing body-worn cameras to assist with their community policing efforts.
Now to a new report analyzing Governor Gavin Newsom's proposed plan to fight the homeless crisis in California.
That's right. The Legislative Analyst's Office is saying that Newsom's proposal does not provide a clear strategy for curbing homelessness. Last month, the governor detailed his plan to fight homelessness, proposing a new $750 million fund to fight this issue. The money would be used to set up temporary housing, to provide services, and would help people on the verge of homelessness actually pay their rent.
Currently, most local governments control homeless programs. Newsom's proposal would give more power to the state. The Legislative Analyst's Office says Newsom's approach would complicate programs that are already in place. State lawmakers are scheduled to review the governor's plan in a public hearing tomorrow. She's seen firsthand the race to the White House was by the side of one of the most known senators in the U.S. history and has been recognized for philanthropy. And tonight, Cindy McCain will speak about all of that right here in Bakersfield. The widow of longtime Senator John McCain is scheduled to speak at the Kern County Fairgrounds, all part of a fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Club of Kern County. According to the club, McCain will also touch on the current political environment and its impact on youth today, and what education challenges and successes will help children. And tonight, Cal State Bakersfield will continue its celebration of Black History Month. Former Bakersfield Police Chief Lyle Martin is scheduled to speak about ethics in leadership. Martin will be speaking at 6 in the December reading room.
Well, tonight, REO Speedwagon lands in Bakersfield with a big show at the Fox Theater. One of rock's iconic groups, credited with creating the power ballad. The band formed in 1967 with bassist Bruce Hall joining in 1978. And over the last 40-plus years, he says REO's songs continue on because they resonate with every generation.
We see that we have been around this country so many times now, and we've got lots of friends all over, and we do see lots of folks with the older T-shirts on. With maybe we've autographed the T-shirt years ago, but then again we see young people. We see a lot of young folks up in singing along too. It's like these songs are older than they are, and we are amazed every time we see these young people singing along. I think that there's something about crafting good music that it still holds up after all this time. So I'm pretty proud of that.
Doors open at 6 at the Fox. The show is set to start at about 7. There are still a couple of tickets left. Prices starting at just $36.